Hey, bro, before we get into the video, I do one-on-one coaching and I also have an accountability group of young men on self-improvement. We have weekly group calls. We have a group chat. You can meet boys from all around the world. Go check out the description. Bro, I promise you in this video, I'm going to change the game for you on how to run and perform through your life. And I really mean this. I wish someone taught me this, and I promise you, trust me, listen to me. This will give you that understanding that you've been trying to understand about your own life. We all experience highs and lows in our lives. And we all have experienced this. The highs would be you get a girlfriend for the first time and you know you guys are doing everything and it's mad, right? You find another girlfriend, now you got two girlfriends. You make some money, you go on a holiday, Christmas is coming, your birthday's coming, whatever. Like, you experience all these good things in your life and it feels great. But what almost always happens, you'll have a good period in your life, and then, well, something horrible will happen. The first girlfriend leaves you, the second one then leaves you and your heart's all broken. You know, a family member passes away, you lose the money that you made, someone's talking about you and it really messes you up and things are just, starting to buckle. That's life. We all go through life experience highs and lows. But there's something that I believe that most of us have innately, intrinsically inside of us. Now, this is just my opinion, but I believe that there's a level of madness that we all experience in our lives. And look, madness looks like a few different things, right? You could be like proper mad, itching and crazy. Or you could be like this cool, calm, collected guy, but you play video games and it's madness, right? Or you could be like proper mad, running through life, high performer, sticking your tongue out. There's levels of madness, but we all seem to crave it. It's just in different vices, and it shows in the world in a different way. I really mean this. There's a level of you at the back of your mind that's just a tiny bit mad, and it comes out in a different way. But hear me when I say this, because this is really coming from a person that has had very high highs in my life, and I've also had very low lows. A lot of you boys know me, and if you watched yesterday's vlog and the day before that, you would have got some insight into my story of growing up in the ghetto, abusing drugs, my father leaving, just not having a good life, and everything that happened to me when I was younger and all the shit that I went through, I experienced a lot of lows. But in my life at the same time, I had a lot of highs. I had some highs of drugs, sure, but I also had some highs of things going well, bro. I got a girlfriend, I moved out of home, I bought a sports car, I bought an investment property, took a holiday with my friends, did all these things. Like, I had some genuine periods of highs as well. And what you'll realize, there's a level of madness that we all experience in these highs and in these lows. Think about it. When you're living life and you're on a holiday, you're playing those games, there's a level of madness that you embrace and you love it and you enjoy it. And then what happens is, right, there's a level of madness that we experience when things don't go to plan. There is, isn't there? You get your heart broken and you're sitting in bed for a couple of weeks, couple of months, and it's mad. There's madness in that low period as well. You lose a family member, business isn't doing well, whatever, and it's madness. It's almost psychotic in a way. Surely a few of you boys can resonate with that. But here's what I want you to understand, is that we all have a baseline. Our equilibrium. This is where we should always tend to be. Yet, most of us, because of this modern world, because it's gotten immensely easier, because we've got less responsibility in some way and we've got all this technology, what happens is most of us, we have a long extended period of highs. So we could have a proper binge on fast food or video games or drugs or going out. We can have a binge where we're doing this for days, weeks, months. Bro, even some people doing this shit for years. Just going crazy and living this high madness life. But what happens is when you stay in this madness for too long, what happens is what goes up must come down. Right? That's life. And what happens is when you stay in this madness and you're having a great time, eventually life is going to hit you and you're going to have a low period in your life. And I want you to understand, most of us know this because it's just the truth, is a high period could last for weeks, right? You're having all this fun, you're going crazy, enjoying life. But then a low period can last for months, years, decades, bro. It can last that long because what's hard is this climb back to equilibrium, even just getting to baseline is so hard. And most people in our generation, and I might be speaking directly to you because this was me, that climb to just even get back to baseline is too much. So the period of staying in this low point just drags on, and some people never even get out of it. That's the sad truth about life. But listen to me. Staying in that high level of madness, or staying in that high level of low in that madness, in this madness scale, that will drive you to ruin your life eventually. You'll have a high period, but you're doing all these wrong things, or you're not being about it, you're not building yourself up. And the same thing when you're in this low period, you're not building yourself up, you're not motivated, you're not doing anything, like things aren't going to plan. So it's like, I'll keep numbing myself with things that are going to destroy me. And what happens, this madness scale, this will always ruin you. Always, without a doubt. And I have seen this firsthand in my own life, it ruining me. So, okay. So let me give you some brighter news, bro, because this is it. This is how we stay sane. This is how we enjoy life. We stay sane, which is understanding that we should live and perform through our lives as it looks like a heartbeat, in a rhythm of a heartbeat. Think about it like this, right? Equilibrium is here. Equilibrium is baseline. And then you could experience something, right? Again, maybe your business is doing well. Maybe, you got a girl. Maybe things are going to plan. You experience this high. But the important thing is you come back down to baseline. You spend a couple of days in that, that high. You're really enjoying life. And then you come back down to baseline. And then you work for a little bit. And then you go back to enjoying this high for a bit. Maybe you go out to a restaurant. Or maybe you spend 10 hours playing a game. Whatever. That was a bad example. But you get what I'm saying. And then what happens is you experience that high, you come back down to baseline. You come back up again, but then what happens is, right, maybe we do go through something that's quite difficult. And what's going to happen is you're going to drop to that low point, the low point that we spoke about. But then the most important thing, look how quick this is. You hit that low point and you start climbing back out instantly. Because this is going to really resonate with a lot of you boys. There's not a lot of things in this life that are truly important. And the things that truly keep you at a low point more times than not is shit that's irrelevant. The most important things in life is your health, your family's health, making some money, being the best version of yourself. Outside of that, what else ruins us? Some mediocre shit. Someone's opinion. Instagram didn't get enough likes. This person's talking about me. And we dwell so long about so much mediocre stuff, it's almost pathetic. It's laughable. But yet we don't know that. Or we do know it, yet we can't seem to grasp that we shouldn't just care about it. But hear me. When you're at this low point, and whatever's happened, you just got to tell yourself, well, okay, fine. I'm here. I'm going to experience this low. It's normal to feel this way, but I'm going to instantly climb back up to get to baseline. You get back to baseline, something goes to plan, boom. High again. And then you come back down, life happens, shit's going wrong, go back to baseline. Go down to another low. But this low's not as bad. Come back up to baseline, another low, far out, come on man. And then boom, back up to another high, back to baseline. And this is what will really breed you to stay sane through your life. And with this, always being close to equilibrium, always being, on this forward trajectory. On this balanced trajectory, right? Not work-life balance, but just always being the most sane version of yourself, you will get what it is that you want. Because you're always going to be in control. Because that's what equilibrium is. It's centered. It's here. It's you're taking control of your life and you're the one in control. This is really important to understand because you cannot live your life in these high periods of madness for too long because it's going to lead you all the way down. And you're going to stay in that low level of madness for a long time, and most people cannot get out of that unless they're truly about it. If you're there now, bro, you can do it. You just got to know that you have to go after it with everything that you got. But the best way to enjoy life and to run through life is to experience a high, come back down. Experience another high, come back down. Experience a low, come back up. And that way, right, you will feel the most sane, the most collected. You'll be able to go after everything that you want with a clear conscience, with a clear mind. And I promise you this, you'll more than likely get it. I really mean this, bro. I wish someone had taught me this when I was younger, but here you go, bro. I was never taught this, and I'm teaching this to you. This is how you run through your life. Much love, brother.